Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Secret of Secrets by Ghauzul Aghlam Muhiyeddeen Qadir al Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Azeez. Chapter 5, Section 6 on Knowledge. The knowledge that was placed in our Master Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam during the night voyage, his ascension to his Lord. That mystery was hidden in him behind 30,000 veils. He did not reveal its secret except to those among his disciples who were closest to him. It is by the propagation and blessing of this secret knowledge that Islam will continue to reign until the last day of the worlds. It is the inner knowledge of what is hidden that leads one to that secret. The worldly sciences, arts, and skills are as the shell of that inner knowledge. Yet, the ones who are skilled in these may hope one day to possess what is in that shell. Some of these men of knowledge possess only what is obligatory for a human being to possess, and the others become masters and preserve knowledge from being lost. Yet others call humanity to Allah with good advice. Some of them follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and are led to Hazrat Ali karramallahu ta'ala wajhahu, who is the gate to knowledge through which enter those who are invited by divine invitation. Invite to the way of thy Lord with wisdom and good preaching, and argue with them in ways that are best and most gracious. Surah Nahl, verse 123. What they mean in their words is the same. Its appearance of difference is only a matter of details and the manner of expression. Actually, there are three meanings that appear as three different kinds of knowledge, acted upon differently, but converging into one in the tradition of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Knowledge is divided into three. For no single person can carry that whole load of knowledge, nor is able to act upon it. The first part of the verse, invite to the way of thy Lord with wisdom, corresponds to the divine wisdom, the essence and beginning of all and everything. Its possessor must like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and act in accordance with it. It is only given to the true and brave man, the spiritual warrior who will defend his position and fight to preserve that knowledge. Our Master describes him thus: the zealous effort of the true man can shake the mountains. The zealous effort of the true man can shake the mountains. The mountain meaning the heaviness of the heart of some people. The prayers of these men are accepted. When they wish for something, it happens. When they wish something to disappear, it evaporates. He grants wisdom to whom he pleases, and he to whom wisdom is granted receives indeed a benefit overflowing. Surah Baqarah, verse 269. The second is the outer knowledge indicated in the Quranic verses as good preaching. It is the shell of inner wisdom. The ones who possess it preach the good and teach good actions and forbid man with Allah has forbidden. The Prophet ﷺ praises them. The man of knowledge preaches with the kindness and gentleness, while the ignorant man teaches with harshness and anger. The third knowledge is concerned with regulatory, worldly human affairs. It is the husk over religious knowledge, which is the shell over the divine wisdom. It is the knowledge destined for those who rule men, man's justice over man, man's government of man. The last part of the Quranic verse previously mentioned describes their function, and argue with them in ways that are best and most gracious. Such people are the manifestation of Allah's attribute Al-Qahhar, the overpowering dominator. Their function is the maintenance of order among men in accordance with the divine law, as the husk protects the shell, while the outer knowledge, which is the shell, protects the inner knowledge, which is wisdom, which is the seed. The Prophet ﷺ advises frequent the company of wise men. They obey and obey your just rulers. The Prophet ﷺ advises frequent the company of wise men, obey your just rulers. Allah Most High revives dead hearts with wisdom as He makes the dead earth come to alive with vegetation by means of His rain. He also says, wisdom is the lost property of the believer. He picks it up wherever he finds it. Even the words pronounced by ordinary men have descended from the preserved tablet of Allah's decrees concerning all things happening from the beginning until the end. That tablet is kept in accordance with the one's level. The words of those who have reached the level of truth are directly from that realm, the realm of Allah's intimacy. There is no intermediary there. Know that all will return to its origin. The heart, the essence, has to be awakened, made alive, to find its way back to its divine origin. It has to hear the call. One has to find the one through whom the call will come, the true teacher. That is an obligation upon one. The Prophet ﷺ says, knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim woman and man. That knowledge is the final stage of all knowledge is the divine wisdom, the knowledge which will lead one to one's origin and to the truth. The rest of the knowledge is necessary only to the extent that is useful. Yet, for the sake of one's ego, one is ambitious for worldly knowledge. Allah is pleased with those who leave ambition for worldly honors and fame, for those worldly benefits are what hinder one in one's voyage to Him. Say, I ask you nothing in return for this, but love and attachment to those near of kin. Surah Shura, verse 23. According to the tradition, the meaning of the words, what is close to you, is to come close to the truth, the divine wisdom.